So today I'm trying to get a little perfect smooth base that everybody gets, you know the vibe. Basically, I got I got a few new products from Ulta a while ago. Literally all of them are e.l.f. I didn't realize that. But first I got this because like I was like, okay, CC cream is kind of like a light, something I could wear every day. So I got this to try out. Didn't really want this at first. I wanted Halo Glow. This one, the one that everybody's talking about. I couldn't find it in my shade at Ulta, so then I got it at Target later on. Just wanted this to try out. I got the Hydrating Camo Concealer by e.l.f. too because I just wanted like a naturalist like concealer because the one that I have is she's really old. And then the last thing I got was this little hydrating lip shine whatever with the one with the heart in the middle. I was gonna get a blush and I was gonna get a contour stick, but your girl's a little bit broken. Girl, when I saw my total of like just this plus Anastasia brow freeze, I was like, mind you, I do not buy makeup very often. Like, I'm not a makeup girly, you know, so like it's probably normal for you guys if you guys buy makeup a lot how the bill comes out. But girl, I was like almost like, when I tell you I was shaking in my boots, I was like I almost choked on my saliva because I was like, girl, what is going on? My friend gave me this little headband thingy for my birthday and she's so cute. It's like purple and pink. I'm kind of scared because I have bangs now. If you didn't see my last video, I gave myself not me with the bow tie. I gave myself bangs, so I'm kind of scared that this is gonna crease it, but at the same time I really don't want them to get in. I already prepped my face, so that's like I've already attempted to do this like multiple times before with like not the same makeup, just like my regular schmegular makeup routine that I had before. That is like the most important thing that you gotta do in order to get like a smooth base, is the prepping part, and nobody be telling you that, at least for me, nobody be like emphasizing that, but that's like the most important. If you don't prep your face, you're just gonna have a bad day. So first I start off with like my moisturizer. This isn't like just like a regular schmegular moisturizer, whatever, Avena, you know, that Mexican crema. And then I put my sunscreen on, even if I'm not gonna go out in the sun. I put primer, so I put two different types of primer. I put this one on, the matte putty primer. This whole look is gonna be by e.l.f. and I didn't even plan that. And then I use the Power Grip primer by e.l.f. But this one I put all over my face, and then this one I put just underneath my eyes or like on my eyes. This is a tester. This goes to show how little I do my makeup. This I got for Christmas last Christmas, and I'm not even halfway through the bottle. Maybe I'm almost halfway through the bottle. I'm honestly kind of scared because I don't know if this is even my shade or not. But oh wow, okay, well nobody has used it yet, so that's great. My hands are all like technical difficulties. I don't even know if this is my shade. I just based it off of my mom and my brother telling me if it was like close enough to my shade. So big applicator. Okay, am I trendy now? Am I with it? Okay, I'm scared. I think it's my color. Why is this like not applying anything? Maybe a little goes a long way. I don't know. Okay, let me start blending. Okay, wait, hold on. This actually matches my skin tone really well, I think. I just finished my semester, girl. This was my worst semester of my life. Okay, it was really like traumatic. It was super bad. Like, I really don't want to do it ever again. I don't want to go through that like, again, really. Okay, what is this? I heard that people like it to put it underneath their foundation, but I was just planning to use it as my foundation. I don't have another foundation that I really want to use. Boys, vamos a ver, we're already here. I don't want to do that semester over again, okay? Like, I had beef with like one of my professors. Not even beef, I don't know. I don't want to say beef because like it was just me and this one professor were just, I don't know. It was like some, what's the word? Not amnesty. Animosity might have just been me, but there was just some animosity that was going on. And I was like, I'm kind of really scared. I didn't want to check my grade because I was so scared that I wasn't going to pass that class and I was going to have to retake. And I was gonna have to retake it. I was like, girl, I don't want to do this again. I don't want to do this again. Like, I swear. On Christmas, I was like I was not in a good mood, but I was like, okay, whatever. Like, if I have to retake the class, I have to retake the class. Like, at least I'm here. Like, Christmas was good, so I'm in a good mood. Not that it's gonna like ruin my mood, but like I was in a mood where it wasn't gonna hit me as hard if I hadn't done like great. I think I'm gonna put this on top because low-key could be like for when I'm just not trying to wear like that much makeup. I feel like I need something else. I don't know what I was saying, but I just checked my grade. They were my worst grades I have ever received in my entire life, honestly. Yeah, like my whole educational career, it was bad. Basically, yeah, I looked at it and it was a C. Honestly, thank God, because I did not want to do that over again. And honestly, thank you to that professor. He's a real one for not being like I don't know, super harsh and being like, no, you're not gonna pass, you're gonna have to retake this whole thing over again and do another semester of this again, bestie. But there was that, and then there was like an actual, for that same class too, there was this guy. This is a story time for my girlies. So there was this guy in my class, right? That same class that I was having trouble with, whatever. I don't want to go too into detail because like it's embarrassing if like, okay, yeah, this is for the girlies and the girlies only. And if somebody sees it and they think that it's about them, you're delusional. It's not about you. Like, no. Basically, there was this guy in my class. I have another friend in that class, so it's like me and my girlie. We were somehow like created like some like study group from different like sections of the class. So we ended up like studying together, whatever. And he would kind of low-key like I don't know, like either pick on me, not pick on me, but no, yeah, kind of like, you know, like middle school, high school type thing, where they're like kind of mean, not mean, but like, you know, they're like messing around and like being rude and like trying to like piss you off, like whatever, like. FYI, whoever still does that, like, girl, what are you doing? Like, no. I was like, in my head, I was like, girl, stop it. Like, I don't know who you think you're getting, but you're not getting me. I'm gonna go in with the camo concealer. Did it dry? Like, okay. I used this once, and I'm not sure if this gave me an allergic reaction or if it was just because I was so stressed from finals. And I'm just gonna say that it was because of finals. So I refuse to believe that it's this. Because, like, this doesn't have any ingredients. I don't think. Like, I don't know. I'm gonna read it later, but if I get another allergic reaction, then I know it's this. I think it might be this. Okay. So back to the story time. So basically, I was like picking that up and I thought I was a little bit delusional that I was like, okay, like just me, or is this guy really like out here doing the most and like always like trying to like spark up a conversation? Mind you, like there's my girlie is like there too. So I'm noticing that there's not that much motion going on with like her between the guy and us. So it's like mainly like directed at me. So I was like, okay, whatever. And it was just like stuff like that that I would pick up on, that they would be like, oh, like constantly asking what my major was, or being like, oh, like no, like or remembering details like specific of like what I had, like what I have or what I didn't, and being like, oh no, but you do have this, or like, oh, but don't you have, aren't you this major, or blah blah blah, whatever. And I was like, fast forward, we were like studying for the final. Oh my goodness. Okay, so there was this time, so we got our test scores back, and mind you, I'm not feeling too confident about mine because like this class, I am telling you, I'm struggling in. It's not a fun time in there, but I am giving it my all. I'm studying. I've like been studying for like the past, it was like Veterans Day, so we got the day off, so we had like a 3-day weekend. So those 3 days I didn't do nothing but stay up until 3 a.m. like with my homegirls on Zoom, like studying that same topic for 3 days straight for my final that was gonna be, I think, on Monday for the midterm, whatever. So I'm doing that, right? And I was scared because I was like, I'm gonna be so sad if I put in all that work and it was for like not even a better grade than what I had gotten last time. You know what I mean? We got our exams back and then everybody's just like asking everybody like, oh, what did you get? What did you get? I was like, I don't even want to look at mine. Like honestly, like I'm scared. I didn't want to be the one that scored the lowest. It's just not a good feeling, okay? Like I didn't want to be the one that everybody feels better about themselves because like I was low. So you know what I'm talking about. I was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna keep my score to myself. I'm not gonna open it. But this fool just persistently kept asking me what I got and what did I get, what did I get. And I'm like, oh come on, like what did you get? Like I was like, girl, can you not ask it? Like let me go. Like but whatever, I was okay. I stayed up until 3. Like I think I got like a good score, or at least like I should have gotten a good score. I go to flip the page because it's on the second page, not on the first page of the exam. Mind you, I haven't even figured out where like the score was placed. Like I didn't even see it yet. Tell me why he's reading out my score to me. Like he's like, oh, you got a blah blah blah. Like, and I was like, in my head I was like, hold the, you didn't even let me process that, and you didn't even let me like actually tell you. You just straight off read it off my paper. And I was like, girl, this guy's doing too much. I was like, he is doing too much right now. I was like, he did not just read my score off my paper. Like, be so serious. And I tell you, I was flabbergasted. I literally could not, I didn't even know what to do. I was like, no way he just read my score out like that. Like, I was like, goodbye. Like, I don't know what like, and the audacity, like, you really had. I was already my impression. I was like, literally, my girlie was like, girl, he really just did that. And I was like, girl, I know. Like, she was like, why was he pressuring you so much to tell you to say your score? I was like, girl, I don't know. Like, she was picking up on that too. And so whatever, fast forward, we're studying for the final, like literally like the last chance you have to save your damn grade. We were just talking about the professor and like how like, oh, like he might not pass us or whatever. And somehow in the conversation, they had brought up office hours and they were saying how like, oh, like he's like good at explaining it there. And I had just mentioned that I like went often. And then that same homeboy, our little homeboy right there, he was just like, oh, wow, like imagine you're out here going to office hours and he's gonna be like, damn, and you still couldn't pass the class. Like, literally, I was like, I'm gonna like just, I'm literally gonna off myself. Like, okay, for what? Like, thank you for not already making me feel like more of a dumbass than I already feel myself, but like, great. And I was like, ain't no way that this just happened. I don't even know if that story time made sense because I'm not really good at telling stories, but if you did catch on to it, basically he literally like it, all that translated to for me was, you're a dumbass, you're not gonna you're gonna have to retake the class. And I was like, wow, like I really just got told that. The motivation I got after that was like insane because I was already ready to give up because like my past scores, like they were not the hottest. I was like, I could honestly, like, it's like a hit or miss. I could give up right now, be like not fine, like kind of fine, because you might not even pass even if you do try. So I was like, should I just give up? But the motivation that I got after he had told me that, no shout out to the fool, but like, you know, the motivation that I got after that was like even more. I was like, okay, yeah, I have to really lock in, do whatever I can to try to like get it together. I was off a high after that. That was my first final, I think, that I had. Like, if I don't know. So a couple days after that, my homegirl was still like studying. We had another class that we had together, so we were studying for a different class. And I was telling her, I was like, oh, and did you hear like what that guy said? And then she was like, I know, like what like the audacity he had. Mind you, this fool was just not, he was not the one. He was in no outfit to come over here and start telling me that stuff. So that's why I was even more baffled. I was like, girl, not you with your cuffed sweatpants. Like, do not start. Like, you're gonna be one of those fools that come out in like cuffed cargos. Please. I might not be getting this, but like if you are out here, you're not getting like life if you got cuffed cargos. Like, anyways, I was like, I think like he like likes me or like something like that, and he's like doing some like middle school, like elementary school type thing where they're like hella mean to you because like that's how they're showing like that whatever. And she was like, no, yeah, I was thinking that too, because he would always pick on you and like be like all like whatever. And I was like, thank you. I was like, I'm not delusional. Like, this is one thing that I would not be delusional. I'll be delusional for like, you know, the guys that I find interesting, but this one I did not have no interest in. Like, so I was like, am I reaching or is this for real? Because ain't no way I'm being delusional over this fool. Like, no. Yeah, that was my first, that was a wild semester for me. Like, I usually don't get that much, like, I don't even know what that's called. Like, I get interactions, I guess, like experiences like that. I usually don't get any. One, with the professor, and then two, with the guy out here, like, being rude like that, like, telling me I wasn't gonna pass. Like, be so serious. But I passed, and now with a C, but I'm pretty sure that homeboy got a C too, so let's not even start. Hopefully I don't have to see, well, actually I hope I don't see that fellow peer of mine again. And professor, I mean, I hope we have our beef squashed, and just like shout out to him for passing me, I guess. Not shout out for the semester you gave me, but like after the semester I think I'm getting really into peak STEM era. Ugh, I don't know. If I'm gonna be honest with you guys, like I don't even want to be going to school like that. That was not my choice. Well, it is my choice because like I willingly want to do it, but like it's not like, how do I say it? This is gonna be my little therapy like rant session, you guys. So if it makes sense, I hope it makes sense. If it doesn't make sense, then that's great. As I was saying, as like a little brown Latina girl who comes from parents who are not like literally who come from Mexico, just like me personally, I feel like I put this like obligation and like responsibility to uphold, or I don't know, something to uphold as a little Latina girl who doesn't come from no daddy's money, no money at all, that I need to accomplish myself, right? And at first, little Delulu, I was over here with like my High School Musical romance stuff, and like my biggest goal, this is so bad, and I hope that maybe somebody can relate to me. But I also didn't come from like a very hectic, like toxic household. So that's why I was able to just, I guess, have these pure goals or whatever. My biggest goal was just like, you know, find my person and just like run off into the sunset. I didn't really care what I had. I didn't really care what I didn't have. As long as I was like good and comfortable, I would be set, you know. Now, after many heartbreaks, not many, just after like a wild heartbreak and very bad, do I even call them dating experiences, because I don't know what to, but I guess outings, we're gonna say, hangouts, as they so like to emphasize that they're hangouts. My goals have developed into something bigger now that they're a little bit greater than just finding a person, like running off into the sunset, yada yada. They're involving a little bit more, you know, a little bit more chicken, you know, a little bit more. So the way that I thought of it is like, okay, I gotta secure the bag somehow, so I have to go into something, like I have to get a degree. Obviously there's other ways, and you like, this is, I had to make this decision back when I was like 18, no, sorry, 17, like a little high school, 18, 17, something like that. I had to start my decision making like then. I was like, I'm not about to risk it. I can't have no time in between like high school and like a gap year and then go into, like, I need to just, if I'm gonna go to school, I need to go like now, because it's the easiest time for me to go, because like it's when everybody's enrolling, you know, like I can figure it out once I'm in there. So I had to figure it out real fast, and you know, going to school was kind of like the option that was on the table there. I had gone in for a different major, and I quickly realized, if I'm really gonna go do this for something that I don't even want to really do, I might as well do it for something that's actually gonna give me like, that's gonna pay off. Being a STEM girly, like, I always thought that was so cool, but like the thought of it scared me. I never thought I would have been that, but I was like, okay, I'm already here, so I might as well. Within like the first 2 weeks of my first semester, I changed into being a STEM girly. I have no background in it, let me tell you that much. I feel like now it's getting to the point of like school where it's like peak, where you need to like know your stuff type thing. Not know your stuff, but like it's gonna show if you've had background in it, or I don't know what I'm trying to get at, like if you really have been a STEM person from the jump or not. So I feel like right now it's really showing for me that I haven't, and that's why it's been getting a lot harder for me. The sum of that whole story is just to say, like, I don't really know, I don't know, but I feel like I needed to get off my chest, I guess. Like, me and going to school was not like my initial goal. I did not want to do it. It's not something that I want to do. Now that I'm doing it, I don't mind, because it's like the experience and the people that I've met and the things that I've learned are really cool. But it's just the fact that when I'm in there and I'm super submerged in that environment, it's just like, there's people are just like, oh, you should have known this already, you should have been done this, you should have XYZ, you should have already had your doctorate, like at this point, like and like that might just be like college and I'm just like looking into it too deep, but just the fact that I'm so submerged in that environment, it's like, it feels so suffocating, and it feels like I'm literally just not gonna make it. Like, if I'm not gonna make it for something that I don't really want to do, like how does that work? I don't even know if that makes sense, but we're just gonna change the topic on that. So I was gonna get another job. So if you guys don't know, my little car, Miss Princesa Malibu Barbie, decided to act up, and I needed to take her to the mechanic. Now, usually, as like any regular schmegular Latina Mexican, probably is gonna take it to the mecanico. You know what I'm talking about, like the one, you know what I mean. Not a mechanic, los mecánicos. Now, as I have mentioned in the video of when I bought my car, I didn't think of the maintenance. I was just thinking of, I want a reliable car. I want a car that's gonna last me at least 10 years, in good condition, low miles, and one that's like cute. She's cool. Whatever, I love her, because I know that I'm not gonna buy a new car in a good minute. So mind you, I don't really know much about cars, so I just thought like, okay, I've seen Volkswagens like all over the place. Like they're probably not like a BMW, a Mercedes, like luxury being like, oh, here, like in acá. So I was like, cool, I'm gonna just get it. But the Volkswagen that I got, she was in like pretty good condition when I got it. Not only that, but they stopped making that model. Not only that, I didn't know that I bought a sports car. Like, apparently she's a sports car, and I like, I swear I didn't know. Like, I thought she was cute. It was in my budget, low miles. It was checking off the boxes. Didn't do that much research on it, because my first time buying a car, give me a break. So yeah, I was like, I can't take it to los mecánicos y que they don't know what the heck is going, and they're just doing some like random Mickey Mouse of a job. I have to take it to the dealership to be like, for sure, like, you know, she's safe. It ended up costing me like 1 month's worth of, I get paid once a month. I work at a school. Typically you get paid once a month, like if you're like a student working at a school. So it literally cost me like my paycheck for like the whole month basically. And I was like, girl, Christmas is coming up. I want to save up some cash money for like other things, and for like my main goal that I'm saying. How is that gonna work when pre just cost me that much? So I wanted to get another job. I was like, it's okay, like I was gonna keep the one that I have at school, because I can work remote and I wasn't gonna work that much, and apply to In-N-Out. Girl, I need to make the money quick. quick. I just need to make the money quick and I'll save it. It's whatever. Like it's not that deep if I'm tired. It'll be cool. Like I can make friends. Obviously I didn't get the job because I am like, if I would have gotten a job, I would not have been able to post YouTube videos as much, which I would have been a lot more sad about because school really just like drained me of all of my creative juices out of me, and also just like the happiness really just took it out of me. Like I don't even, we're not even. So coming back on YouTube and like doing like what things that I like, this already just like peacefully having to worry about what the sigma is, what the sigma stress is, or what the delta theta. I'm literally I'm blanking and I don't want to remember right now. I was a little bit sad that I didn't get it just because like I was kind of excited. Like I was like, okay, you're gonna catch me in the little in and out uniform. But I was like, okay, if I didn't get it, then it was for a reason. And I'm really just gonna like go off on doing things that I really like doing, like here. That was a very stressful time. That was like a month ago, not even a month ago. What else can I update you guys on? I developed a crush at school. Did he notice me? Did he even know I existed? I don't think so. He sat behind me in class. I don't think he noticed me. That's a whole other topic, girlies, because like, no, in high school and middle school, at least for me, it was like if you weren't cool, if you weren't popular, if you didn't have a certain body type, if you weren't like, doing things that everybody and their mom thought were, like I said, cool, how do I say, like, I don't know, like going to house parties, doing all that in the bag of chips, you probably weren't gonna be like looked at by the cutest guy at school. By that I mean ones who peaked in high school or middle school even, but you know, that's how it was back then, at least for me in my school experience. Right now in college, it's not about that. Well, it's also about this. Yeah, if you're attractive, if you're fit, I guess, like kind of like the, you know, but now it's if you're smart enough. Like if you're not smart, most of the time the guys are really not gonna look twice at you, like, at least the ones worthwhile, because let me tell you, selection out here is really still not the vibe. It's the if you're smart enough type of vibe. So the guy that I had a crush on, he was smart, at least from what I was picking up. I'm pretty sure homeboy was smart. So I didn't even get close. I didn't even like hint at it. The like I had a I didn't move it. I also peeped that I think he had a girl or like something like that, so I didn't even touch it either. But it was just so sad. I was like, it really like made me realize I really have to get it together in order to be able to talk to somebody here. I have to be sure that like I'm not slow, I guess, in like learning like material for school, which, you know, if it was real it wouldn't matter, but it's just like having like the confidence to be able to go up to somebody, or like not even go up, but just maybe hint at the fact that you like have interest in them. And how am I gonna have confidence if I'm over here being slow? It was a very real realization that I had, and it's kind of scary because it's like, damn, that means I not only have to get it together for my academics, but for my romance academics homework. Crazy. It's literally what happened in my semester in a nutshell. Nothing too interesting, I guess. Oh, but another thing that crush, like just having that crush made me realize, is that because he was very like, he looked like he was, well, one, girl, don't tell me that my camera's dying. Basically, let me try and fit this in. One, he might have just been very to his work because he already got a homegirl back, like back home, back wherever, his hometown, whatever. Two, he could have just been about his work, you know? So he's very focused, very doing his homework type beat. Like he wasn't about to be like fooling around. From what I like imagined in my head, he's not gonna be fooling around like that. So I was just like, a good one, worthwhile, a man is not gonna be out here like fooling around right now. You know, he's gonna be in his work, getting his degree. And then so I was like, you know what, I need to just stop this lookout, this voyage, this search and rescue is not gonna happen anytime soon. Like I just have to finish this degree, be very like tunnel vision focused on this, and just like wait till I get to the finish line or closer to the finish line for me to start even my search and rescue like wave from my castle, you know, like that's what I learned. Like, so if you're watching this still, or if you're even listening to what I'm saying, I hope you take this like little ounce of knowledge that I just like gained, really apply it, because it'll save you a lot of time and like effort and like wasting your time with like these bimbos that will literally not even take you out on a date. They will just say, we are going to hang out. Like, girl, be so serious. Like, oh my god. And then they pop up and then they have a girlfriend. Like, I'm gonna put my camera to charge. I don't know what the last thing I recorded was. I did my lashes off camera. I tried to like make them as dark and thick looking as possible because I really don't want to put on lashes because I'm lazy. But I think I fumbled the bag. I'm not even gonna hold you. I think I got too caught up in the story time that didn't even make sense. I get better at telling stories, but I really needed to vent on that. I'm gonna try out the e.l.f. Hydrating Core Lip Shine in Delightful Exquisite. This is before she gets all ruined and oh, this smells delicious. Oh, but this is not the vibe. No! I literally got that and I was so excited. And it's like actually purple. This is giving like alien lips type of beat. Like I think it'd be cute if it would have been like a little bit more. I don't know. I just thought it was actually gonna be like, I don't know what I thought I was gonna make it, but not that. Let me get my regular lip combo now. But it's gonna be my finished look. I think I definitely fumbled the bag with putting the CC cream on because the CC cream is a little bit lighter than me. I really don't want to take this off because I know that once I take it off it's gonna be all creased and I don't want to deal with it right now. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was all over the place and it was really bad. My makeup came out really bad. Like the type of you want to cry because you can't get it right type of bad. But like just don't mind that, okay? I ended up liking this. I just didn't like how I can't use this like for foundation. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm definitely gonna get better at storytelling because I don't know, I feel like I'm gonna be getting more story time worthy experiences coming my way this next year. So yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed and I'll see you guys in my next video. I swear it's gonna be better. Conversation, that little story time moment, like that's like me on a daily basis. If like I'm telling you a story, you just probably won't understand what I'm saying. Like that's me and like it's bad.